Welcome to GoVMLab, India's first job-ready VMware learning platform where professionals meet experts to revolutionize their VMware careers.
Hello everyone, welcome to GoVMLab, VMware vSphere Advanced Networking lecture series. In this lecture, we are going to learn about port blocking policies of vSphere Distributed Switch. What is port blocking policy? Port blocking policy of distributed switch allow us to selectively block ports of our distributed switch from sending and receiving the data. Now, what is the use of port blocking policy? Port blocking capabilities get really useful in protecting our network from unauthorized access. For example, you have a lot of unused ports on your switch and any bad guy can plug malicious device to any of those unused ports and get access to the network. And that's where port blocking capabilities gets really useful in securing our environment. So now let's go and understand how do we go and configure port blocking policies on our vSphere distributed switch, and how do we go and restrict any specific port from sending and receiving the data, and how could we go and secure our infrastructure with the port blocking capabilities of vSphere distributed switch. So with that, let's get started. Now, as you could see that we are logged into our vCenter server named as savcsa01.govmlab.local. Now let's go and browse our vCenter server. We do see that we have a data center created named as SA data center. Let's go and browse our data center. Within that data center, we do see a cluster created named as SA cluster. Let's go and browse our cluster, and we do see that there are 3 ESXi hosts which are part of that cluster, and there are bunch of VMs which are running on that cluster. Now for this particular lab exercise, when we are demonstrating you port blocking capabilities, we are going to make use of these 3 VMs for our demonstration purpose. Now before we go and start configuring port blocking capabilities on our vSphere distributed switch, now let's have a quick review of our network configuration. So click on networking, click here to browse, and that's where we have a data center. Click here to browse our data center, and we do see that we have a 2 distributed switch named as VDS Site A and VDS Site B created on our infrastructure. Now let's go and browse our VDS Site A switch. So click on that switch, and you do see that there are 2 hosts which are being added or managed by this distributed switch, and there are 4 VMs which are running on that switch. Click on VDS Site B, and we do see that there is only one host which is being added or managed by this distributed switch, and we don't see any virtual VMs which are running on that distributed switch. For our port blocking exercise, we are going to refer VDS Site A for our demonstration purpose. So click on VDS Site A, click on host. You do see that there are 2 hosts, SA ESXi01 and 02, already being managed by this distributed switch. And if you click on VMs, we do see that all of these 4 VMs are part of distributed switch. So now let's go and configure port blocking capabilities on our vSphere distributed switch. Now before we go and configure port blocking policy on our distributed switch, why don't we go and start some traffic on our VMs, and let's see that what happens when we enable port blocking capabilities on our distributed switch. So for that, let's go back to our host and cluster view, click on source VM01, click on virtual machine console, click on OK, run the command ifconfig, and you do see that our source VM01 IP address is 172.20.10.206. Let's go back to our source VM01, click on source VM02, click here to launch console and run the command ifconfig, and we do see the IP address is 172.20.10.208. Let's go back to our vSphere client and let's access to our destination VM. Run the command ifconfig, and our destination VM IP address is 172.20.10.60. So now let's do one thing. Let's generate the traffic from both of these source VM to this destination VM. So now let's log into our source VM and let's do the ping to our destination VM 172.20.10.60, and we do see that our source VM is able to reach out to our destination VM. Similarly, let's do the ping from our source VM02 to our destination VM. ping 172.20.10.60, and as you could see that our source VM02 has a network reachability to our destination VM. So you could see that both of these VMs can reach out to our destination VM. So now let's go back to our vSphere client and let's configure port blocking capabilities on our distributed switch. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to continue watch this lecture, then join our exclusive YouTube membership program only at the price of 299 rupees INR per month and unlock your VMware potential with GoVMLab. With this membership program, you can unlock all of our members only content published on our YouTube channel. You can watch out the videos presented on your screen to know the benefits of GoVMLab subscription as well as the membership program. Thank you.